Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Food Girl, where I bring you daily inspiration from my kitchen to yours. Tonight on the menu we have tomato bredie with sweet yellow rice and raisins. This is one of my childhood favorites and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through this fantastic medley of spices and masalas I've got going on here. It's not the usual clan that you use for tomato bredie, and also we usually make it with potatoes, but today I list for a bean, man, so I'm gonna put a can of beans in my food today, and I just go along the process. I promise you it's gonna turn out fantastic. So I usually put in green chili. I don't have any chilies. My tolerance for spicy things is, it's deteriorating. It's going downhill, I promise you. My mouth can kind of almost still handle it, but my tummy is so unfaithful, man. But anyway, okay, so I've got my black pepper and lots of it. We got to have some black pepper. And then I've got this steak and chop mix wet masala thingy here that I've got going on. I thought I never throw that in my food. Let me try that, because I usually just fry or coat my chops in that. It's a nice seasoning. So I thought, why not try that on my pork, in my tomato food? Why not? We're creating our own versions of our childhood favorites. This is one of my ultimate childhood favorites, tomato bredie. Then, as we know, Mrs. Balls always shows up to the party because we love her. We love some Mrs. Balls. My garlic and ginger. This is Kashmiri chili powder. I literally threw in a heap teaspoon just to add a little spice of some sort, because like I said, I can't do chilies anymore, and my salt obviously. So I'm going to fry this up, and then I'll come back once the pork, which is what I'm using today, once the pork is cooked through. And then I'm just going to add a little water to all of this, mix it through. Usually I add it in stages, but like we all know, we have people coming from work. They want a fast meal. They don't have time to stand for hours in front of the stove. Weetless for it. So we're going to think of all the busy moms and dads out there that need to feed their families. And just those that really don't like to cook but want to try something. Okay, so we're going to try and cater for everybody on this channel. Okay, so we all know that pork doesn't take that long to cook, depending on how tender you want it, but it obviously needs to be cooked. I mean, we're not trying to get thick here. Oh, the steam is going. Okay, so I told you we covered the spirit leaves here on this channel, guys, and my spirit told me, hey Simone, you forgot the tomato paste in here, girl. So I'm going to add the tomato paste, and then I'm going to add a half a spoon of sugar to try and offset the acidity in the tomato paste. And the proper name for that marinade thingy is marinade. It is a steak and chop marinade that we are trying in our tomato food today. Okay, so I'm gonna get the tomato sauce or the tomato paste in a cup with a little water, and I'll add my sugar to that and stir it through, and then add it to my food, and we'll get started on the rice. Okay, so this is my tomato paste mix. I've actually added 2 teaspoons, level teaspoons of sugar. I'm gonna add it to my pot now, and then let that cook. I obviously want enough gravy as well. Don't want it too thick, so we'll just check it as we go. Filming all on my own today. Hubby's at work. I wanted the food done by the time he got home. So if it's a bit off, I apologize, but you get the gist of what's happening here. Okay, and I hope that this recipe makes its way into your home, into your family, as part of your staple, your household staple, or your food list, or your recipe list rather. praat ook alles. But yeah, I hope it makes it onto your recipe list as a meal to make at least once a month. I haven't made tomato food in years, guys. So let's make it really, really tasty today. Okay, so initially I think I allowed my pork to cook through for about 6 minutes, and that was before I added the water and tomato paste and sugar. As you can see, pork really doesn't take long to cook, and at this point I'm going to add my beans, okay, because I've given it another 3 minutes to cook through, so I'm adding my beans now. Okay, I've added my beans. Please rinse your beans in the can, guys. It's just something my mother's always done, that's followed me through my life. I just rinse everything, obviously except for tuna. So I've just rinsed my beans off now, and I'm gonna let that cook, because I can see that I can actually feel, because I tasted one, they're a bit tender, but not soft enough. It's chewy, it's still a bit chewy, let's say that. Okay, so I'm gonna righto. I'm gonna check my food. It's been about 5 minutes. Gravy is once again thickening up very nicely, very nicely. My beans are in. They were a bit tender, chewy when I threw them in initially. I tested one out. Very soft, very soft. My meat is cooked. This meal, if you want to cook your gravy a bit more, look, everybody's taste is very different, so the quantities I've thrown regarding sugar and spice and everything nice in my food, adjust accordingly, according to your taste buds and what your family enjoys. Okay, but this is to my taste, my husband's taste, and I think I'm going to give it another 3 minutes, and the food is then blah. And I think it's taken me all of 13 minutes in total. Okay guys, die gaan nie nog 'n lang storie wees nie. Listen, I'm not Afrikaans, but I'm telling you guys, Afrikaans slides into my DM sometimes. So I'm just going to take you through what I've done here so far. I've rinsed my rice, added salt and sugar. I've added my turmeric powder, and I'm telling you guys, butter is a game changer. So I'm going to put this in the microwave. My raisins will be added once my rice is cooked, and then I'll just reheat it with the raisins. I don't like it being cooked in water. So yeah, that's my rice. And there you go, guys. My rice is cooked. It's fluffy. It's sweet. It's delicious. So I'm going to dish up, and then yeah, I'll plate and show you the end result. I'm so excited. My mouth is watering, guys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final product, the end result. I know for a fact my parents would be extremely proud of me, eh? I wish you could smell it, really. I probably say that in every video, and I'm probably going to say it in every video, but I promise you, these spices, oh my gosh, my mouth is literally watering. Oh, that rice is so sweet and delicious. Okay, let me do a taste test for you guys. Break up this rice. Let's break up the rice. And oh yes, the beetroot. Whoever doesn't eat beetroot, I feel very sorry for you. You're missing out. You guys are missing out terribly. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you about the taste, eh? Oh my word, that's that's my whole childhood in a plate. I'm actually emotional. That's crazy. Wow, that's my entire childhood in one plate. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Continue to share my videos, enjoy them. Make these recipes, make them your own. Wow. I'll see you in the next one.